We're Paddy and Esme. Having spent the last 2 years sailing with friends and family, we've decided to go all in and become full-time liveaboards.
We're dreaming of sailing across oceans, but our first challenge was to find the right boat. After hundreds of hours of research and a few false starts, we've settled on Moonlighting, a 40-foot offshore cruiser.
She is currently in Plymouth, which is a long way from her new home in Bristol. We will need to sail her around Land's End and brave the wild north coast of Devon and Cornwall to get her here.
This is a big challenge this time of year, with the short days and unpredictable and stormy weather.
Having sailed non-stop for more than 20 hours, we rested in Padstow and prepared for our first solo sail on Moonlighting.
Heavy clouds sat along the cliffs as we sped along the Cornish coast towards Ilfracombe. We spent all day pulling our wet weather gear on and off as we were chased down by huge downpours of rain.
By late afternoon, we reached Ilfracombe and approached the harbour in strong winds. Under the watchful eye of Verity, an imposing sculpture by Damien Hirst, we spent a quiet night dried out in the protection of the harbour.
In the morning, we set off on our final leg to Bristol. With gales forecast in the Bristol Channel, we had to make good time, but tiredness was taking its toll.
What are you going down there for?
We shot along the channel, riding the second largest tide in the world, averaging 10 knots under reef sails, and before we knew it, we were approaching the familiar coastline of Portishead. As the sun set, and on our last legs, we entered the lock into the marina.
We had made it, and this would be our home for the next few months.
It's taken 6 intense weeks to get Moonlighting ready. Every dark, cold evening spent on board has been counting down to today.
We've given the interior a new lease of life by sanding back and painting large areas of the wood white. We've got rid of the old damp headlining and replaced it with wood panelling, taking the opportunity to better insulate as we went. We also restored the aft cabin to its original layout and fitted LED downlighters to make the space feel more modern. On deck, we've got lots of space to store our surfboards and chill out, big lockers to store safety equipment, a deep cockpit to keep us safe in heavy weather, and a super grippy surface to stop us slipping around.
Down below, 6 people can sit for dinner. We have a nice big chart table and all the instruments for navigation at sea, including short and long range radios and a radar to see obstacles in low visibility. Around here is our galley, complete with oven, fridge and taps for hot, cold, filtered and seawater.
Up front we have our main heads, which doubles as a wet room.
Behind these doors is the engine room. The engine powers the boat when there is no wind, and it also charges our batteries and heats our water.
Finally, right at the back is the main cabin. We've covered all the windows to keep the heat in over winter, so it's super cosy in here, and we have a mini projector to watch movies and TV. We have storage for all our clothes and shoes, and our heater will be fitted under here to keep the whole boat nice and toasty. We also have another heads back here with a draining hanging space for wet weather gear, but as we aren't on the move yet, we use it as a wardrobe.